Shalom, everyone. Coming to you with another video regarding the Holy Scriptures and trying to bring an understanding that may help you decipher some puzzling questions that you may have about the world that relates to these scriptures. Because we don't understand that. Well, I can't say we don't, but some people or some individuals don't understand that these holy scriptures are the backbone of so many institutions that are relevant in our daily lives. For instance, the law that we deal with in this land, and technically in other parts of the civilized world. The foundation of those laws come from the pages of this Bible. The kings and queens of Europe, not the vassal kings and queens, the real kings and queens that the vassal kings had to report to. The original kings came from the pages of this Bible. We're talking about the tribe of Judah. See, you can't mistaken something sacred for something that's common. And this Bible has its own dynamic. This Bible shaped this whole planet. As I said before, the laws of this land comes from this Bible. The foundation of the laws that we deal with daily comes from this Bible. The court system comes from the tabernacle. In which laws were being administered in the court of the tabernacle. That's where you get the court from. The tabernacle. So if you're an atheist or you don't believe in any gods or the Most High, one thing you can rest assured, that law will still play a role in your life. And the law that you deal with daily comes from the pages of this book. Now, when we talk about law and foundational law, where I'm reading from, where I'm about to read from, here in Genesis, see, there's a mistake in society, and they want, the powers that be wants us to believe that this law in this Bible was just for Israel. They don't explain that when Israel grew and expanded and became a force to be reckoned with and began to rule all over this planet, this law went with them. The law went with them. In the court systems all over the planet, that administer the law or laws in their particular regions comes from this Bible. That's just how important and dynamic this Bible is. You get all the time people, what's so special about the Bible? Why is the Bible so sought after? Why can't anybody do anything without the Bible? Why can't we have morality without the Bible? Because the Bible is true. That's why. The Bible has its own dynamic. The Bible has stood the test of time over and over again. And as I said before, the rulers, not just of Israel, when Israel went out abroad and became conquerors, that's right, Israel became conquerors. This law went with them. So don't think that this is a book that you can just, take a leave. You have to take this Bible under consideration because it's influenced your life, even if you don't even realize it. If you are in this land called North America, this Bible has influenced your life. You just don't know it. That goes for anybody, whatever their belief is, for anybody that's in circulation on this soil. When you go to court, the court of today is a reflection of the court of the tabernacle. So let's dive into these scriptures. I want to talk about something that's been misconstrued in history. And that is who has dominion. Who has dominion? Let's establish that today. Let's go to Genesis. This is the first chapter, Genesis, or Bereshit, the beginnings. Genesis. This is the first chapter, as I said, and the 20th verse. And Elohim said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And Elohim created great sea monsters, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind. Remember, their kind. And every winged fowl after its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And Elohim said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after its kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth after its kind. And it was so. And Elohim made the beasts of the earth after its kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good. (26). And Elohim said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion, authority, dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So Elohim created man in his own image. In the image of Elohim created he him, male and female created he them. In his image. Let me finish reading this. And Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Let's go down to chapter 2, verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, Elohim ended his work, which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. So we see Elohim making man in his likeness, in his image. Let us make man in our in our image, after our likeness. Now remember over here when we were looking at the beast and their kind, the beast of the earth after its kind. You just saw where the Most High made man in his image. Where do you see mankind? This was the end of his work. And he rested. When he made man, he didn't make a kind for man. Where do we get mankind? So when we look at man, when you look up man, I'm going to look up man in the concordance. In the New Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible. Let's look up man. Man. 120. Let's look that up. Back here in the 120. You see, Adam. 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 The first word that you see is ruddy. This is man, the original man. Not mankind, man. Okay? We just looked at ruddy. 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 And over here, you see ruddy. Now I'm just using it as an example, but ruddy is actually all of the colors or hues rather of who we call the black man and woman. The different hues or shades from dark brown to light brown. That's actually ruddy. So let's look at another validation. Let me go. Let me go here. Daniel 7 to further validate this. Daniel, let me see, 7th chapter, 9th verse. I beheld till the thrones were placed, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. The Ancient of Days is Elohim, the Ancient of Days. And the hair of his head like pure wool. So when the original man was made in the image and the likeness of Elohim, he today would be, it's ruddy, or an example of ruddy. He today, with woolly hair, or hair like wool, would be considered what we call a black man. And with this current administration in the White House, with all this racial hatred that's being thrown across the media, this needs to be brought out. Because there's only two races. You only got two races. That's man and mankind. So now you'll ask yourself, well, we talk about mankind all the time. We use it as a phrase, and we use it as a definition, and we use it incorrectly. When I say a phrase, we'll just blatantly just blurt out, oh, and mankind, and you'll think that mankind is everybody. But no, mankind is its own creature. And I shall expound on that in some future videos. Mankind, where do we get that from? See, technically, mankind came about through the mixing of man and animal. Mankind is a hybrid species. Mixed with animal. Mankind could be identified through the hair and through the eyes. When you have individuals with different colored eyes and straight hair, that's a way that you identify mankind. We just read what man's hair looked like. The original man's hair was woolly. So who are these individuals with straight hair? Different colored eyes. That's who you call mankind. Because we already define man And man was made in the image and likeness of Elohim. So I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm just trying to bring clarity. Because for some time now, mankind has defined him and herself as mammals. As mammals. So I Googled, are humans considered mammals? And this is what I got. It says humans are classified as mammals because humans have the same distinctive features listed above found in all members of this large group. Humans are also classified within the subgroup of mammals called primates, and the subgroup of primates called apes, and in particular, the great apes. Okay? So don't get mad at me because I'm bringing you facts. The original man is not a mammal. The mammal was the reason we brought up that the word human was brought about. You see, I just Googled, or I had Googled are humans considered mammals? And that's the answer that I got. That is who you call mankind, the human mammal. This needs to be talked about. This needs to be expressed. Because we're talking about dominion that was given to the original man. Dominion that's trying to be redefined by mankind. This current administration is trying their hardest to bring about confusion regarding this subject matter. But today, we cleared that up. Because all of this racial hatred being spewed comes from the fact that this individual is dealing with a whole different strand or strands of DNA unrelated unto you. They've already talked about the Neanderthal and how he's mixed or he's a hybrid. And they talk about the different Homo erectus that brought about the Homo sapiens and things of that nature. Right now, if you who's classified or identified as a so-called black man or woman, you are the original people of the planet. That was man and woman. I didn't get a chance to read about woman, but we will read about woman also. But as I said before, we don't see mankind. So mankind has overstepped his bounds, especially in this current administration. Because dominion was given to man, not mankind. So with that, I bid you shalom, peace, and prosperity.